We're gonna make butter baked chicken today. And of course, we're gonna need butter. I have a whole stick. We're gonna place it into a 9 by 13 baking dish. I've got my oven preheated at 350 degrees. We're gonna place this in there until the butter melts. Now you don't want it burnt, okay? You just want a nice yellow sheen to the butter and make sure it's kind of sizzling just a little bit. I'm gonna bring over 2 pie plates, or you can use some narrow dishes, that's totally fine. We're gonna place 12 ounces, this is a can of evaporated milk. In the first one, okay, now in the next bowl, we're gonna add our flour. About 1 cup. We're gonna season that up. All right, bring it over here. We're gonna go in with 1/4 teaspoon of salt right across the flour. Black pepper, all of these are gonna be 1/4 teaspoon. Garlic powder, onion powder, definitely some paprika. We'll give it a nice color, nice smokiness. And because we're cooking with chicken, I'm gonna add some thyme. All right, I'm gonna get a fork, whisk that together. Okay, now we're gonna start working with the chicken. All right, I just pulled it out. That's what you want. I'm gonna set this on the back burner for just a minute. I've got 4 large chicken breasts. They're boneless, skinless. I'm gonna place 1 into a Ziploc bag. We're gonna pound this out just to thin it out and make sure it's all the same size. I have many different techniques for doing that. When you watch a lot of my chicken videos, I show different techniques for y'all. I'm gonna close up the bag here after I took all the air out. I'm just gonna take my meat mallet, tenderizer, give it a good smack. I'm gonna remove it and I'm gonna place it into my milk mixture here, which was just the evaporated milk. And just let it sit there until we get the next piece ready. Make sure you get your air out. This helps break up the fibers, makes your chicken tender. It's always pretty thick on that side, so I pound it out more over here. Let's turn it over. What we're gonna do is move the chicken from the milk into the flour. I'm gonna kind of turn it over, get the other side there. You can have like a little assembly line going. We'll let that sit there for just a minute. I'm gonna press this down, turn it over, and give that side a good coating. When you pick it up, you're gonna shake it off. It's gonna get off some excess flour. We're gonna place this into our baking dish with the melted butter. Okay, this one is already flattened. Gave that job to my husband. Guess he had some aggression to work out. Let's put it in the milk. Very carefully, you don't want it to slosh you. Went and got my hook. The fork was getting kind of gunky. The flour. Hook works a lot better. You can go check this out on my Amazon store, which is in my recipe blog, catherinesplates.com. Press it down. I think for the sake of room, I'm going to be doing just these 3 right here. They're pretty big, and I don't want to squish the other one in there. So I'm using 3 large chicken breasts for this recipe. We're going to bake this in the oven. We still have it heated at the 350 degrees. We're going to cook it for about 30 minutes. We're going to pull it out. I have a delicious sauce that we're going to finish cooking the chicken with, and it's going to include the rest of this evaporated milk. All right, we're pulling the chicken out of the oven. All right, we're going to take some tongs and we're going to flip over our chicken. Now let's make that delicious sauce that we're going to finish cooking the chicken with. In a medium skillet, I'm going to put it on a medium-high heat. Now I have the rest of the evaporated milk I'm putting in here. We're just going to heat this through because it does have chicken in it. We're going to add in 1 can of cream of chicken condensed soup, 10.5 ounce size can. I'm going to go back and I'm going to season this the same way that I seasoned the chicken. I'm just going to go in with just a little bit of salt, probably 1/8 of a teaspoon, black pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, a whole ton of smoked paprika. It's just for the color and the smokiness. This was probably 1/2 teaspoon. The rest, probably a 1/4 teaspoon, 1/4 teaspoon, 1/4 teaspoon, 1/8 of a teaspoon, and then we'll go in with a little bit of thyme. I'm going to shake in some. It's just thyme leaves, about a 1/4 of a teaspoon. Get your whisk. We're going to blend this together. Bring this to a simmer. We just want to heat this through. Get it the same temperature as our chicken. Now you don't have to add the salt if you don't want to. I kept it very minimal. All right, so this is coming to a simmer. I'm just going to add a 1/4 cup of water. Make sure you whisk continuously with this step here. It'll stick down to the bottom of the pan. Okay, we're going to turn off the burner. All right, we're going to pour it over the chicken. This will make a good gravy for mashed potatoes, your pasta, rice. We're going to place this back in our oven. It's still heated at the 350 degrees. We're going to bake this another 30 minutes, give or take. It depends on the size of your chicken. You want to make sure it's cooked through, no longer pink. You can use your meat thermometer. Just go halfway through the chicken, give it a check. Or you could just take one out, cut into it, and make sure that the juices run clear, not pink. I'll be back. Okay, I pulled this out of the oven. Does that not look delicious? I'm going to give it just a little pop of color on the top with some parsley. This is just the dried parsley. You can use fresh if you want. All right, I'm going to serve this up. We're going to cut in, see how tender that is, and give it a try for you. Now I checked it with my thermometer, and it's cooked through. Look at that. I'm going to take a bite. It's got a nice crust on it. That's delicious. That chicken is so tender. I love the crust on it. It's got so much flavor. This will go really good with some rice, which we're cooking over here in my rice maker. And then also, I cooked up some fresh broccoli with some salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder. Yeah, that. So we're gonna have that with our chicken. Y'all give me a thumbs up on this one. Make sure you like the video. Pass this on to your friends and family by sharing it. I'll see y'all on the next episode.